We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Monongalia County Commission for February 26th, 10:02. All commissioners are present, and we will begin with consent and approval. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We have 5 exonerations for $1,023.44. Vouchers, General County Fund, $68,619.32. Coal severance, $2,786.08. 911, $1,066.30. Chestnut Ridge Park, $1,590.98. Mason-Dixon Park, $829.80. Assessor's valuation, $1,002.34. Purchasing card vouchers, General County Fund, $29,645.12. 911, $113.28. Home confinement, $103.75. Chestnut Ridge Park, $36.75. Assessor's valuation, $95.45 for a voucher total of $105,889.17. We have a budget revision for the County Clerk's Office Elections Department that requires state approval. Position vacancies for boards and authorities: the Western Board of Zoning Appeals, Monongalia County Planning Commission, Monongalia County Development Authority, Camp Muffley Advisory Board, Abandoned and Dilapidated Enforcement Agency, Mason-Dixon Park Advisory Board, Region 6 Planning Development Council, Historic Landmarks Commission, and the Mountaineer Trail Network Authority. Fiduciary orders for February 26, 2020.
Move for approval.
Second. It's been properly moved in second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
We have 2 other fiduciary
That's what I was going to ask.
Yes. The first is an objection to the final settlement in the estate of Donna Ray Coda Lashley.
Move that we move this to the attention of a fiduciary commissioner.
Second.
Been properly moved to refer to a fiduciary commissioner. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Second.
The second is in the Dewey Ellifritz estate. If you recall, there was a petition filed for the removal of the executor. They have had some time to work out a settlement, and the attorney that wrote the petition dropped off an agreed dismissal order this morning for the commission to sign.
Good.
So therefore, we have no action.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
But you'll need to
Good.
approve this.
It's good to have one that's settled.
Yeah, finally.
The dismissal order.
Finally.
Okay, so I move that we approve the dismissal order.
Okay.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to dismiss. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Introduction of new employees, personnel changes. Sheriff Palmer.
Good morning. Morning. Morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Morning, Sheriff.
Thanks, sir.
I'm introducing Alexander Hall, who will be starting March 1st as a full-time process transport officer with full benefits and a starting salary of $2,557.20 per month.
Move for approval.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Are there any other introductions of new employees? Hearing none, we'll move on to comments from the public. We are now open for comments from the public. If you wish to speak, please come forward, give your name, address, and I will generously grant you 3 minutes of time. Seeing nobody coming forth, we will close comments from the public. Thank you. We are on schedule here.
Yeah.
We have the second reading and public hearing regarding a request for a text amendment to the West Run Planning District Zoning Ordinance Article 1100.05C2 by changing width 175 feet minimum to width 125 feet minimum in accordance with Article 2200 of the zoning ordinance. Having cited this, we will first call for any presentation that Andrew would wish to make regarding this.
Thank you, Commissioners. Andrew Gaspray, Director of Planning. There is no formal presentation of this. This was brought to our attention. The frontage, nothing else is being changed, not the density, not the things that typically create any public concern. Merely that the frontage requirement for this particular zoning district was slightly disproportionate compared to other things, and it was turning out to be a bit of a problem. So consequently, we adjusted just the frontage and nothing else to be more in line with everything else in the zoning ordinance, and that's really all there is to it.
Good, thank you. We'll now ask anybody who is in support of this petition to step forward and speak if they wish. They'll have 3 minutes to speak. We will now ask anybody who is opposed to this petition to step forward. They will also have 3 minutes to speak. Hearing none, I think we can dispense with any rebuttal since there was no objection, and I will take a motion.
Move that we approve the text amendment as presented.
Second?
Been properly moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Colleen, do we have any grants?
I have a grant application for the Community Corrections Grant for the Day Report Center. We're requesting $267,414. I also have for you to sign a memorandum of understanding between the local Community Criminal Justice Board and the Commission, an independent contractor agreement between the Commission and RDVIC, and then I also have the Justice and Community Services Standard Conditions and Assurances, and also the Special Conditions and Assurances.
Move for approval.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Sign these in a bit. Correspondence. A thank you letter received from Mid-Ohio Valley Regional Council regarding funding received.
Pretty much it.
As noted. Is there any other correspondence?
Yeah, we had a few more pieces come in
Okay.
after the agenda was prepared. The Mon County Health Department has sent in a thank you letter to the commission and Mr. Doyle regarding the gas line leak that was over there in the parking lot. They just thanked the county, and I'll forward a copy of this to Bobby, but they just thanked for the fast response to that. We also received a piece of correspondence from WVU Medicine Children's Hospital, Susanna Poe, thanking the commission for approving the use of the courthouse square lighting for Autism Day. Also from the health department, I got this last night, shortly before 5. The health department is actually applying for a grant. It's a grant sponsored by the Aetna Foundation, American Public Health Association, and the National Association of Counties. It's the Healthiest Cities and Counties Challenge. They're actually applying for a grant, and they need a letter of support from the commission. They asked for this to be to them by on or before next Tuesday, so you don't have a meeting before then. So do you want to address?
Yeah, I sent a note to Dr. Smith and told him the best we can do is we would provide the letter unsigned. If you can put that in with your grant if it was submitted, but I understand the grant is not submitted till Wednesday.
The due date is Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
so-
checked online
Okay.
this
I've told
morning.
him the best we could do is put it on our agenda for next week. We could provide the unsigned letter ahead of time if he would like, if it helps his process, and then we'll have it on next week's agenda.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Any other correspondence?
No, sir, that's all.
It's a good day when you receive 3 thank yous. Okay, so unfinished business, have we any?
No, sir.
Okay, new business. A, consider approving a resolution regarding Senate Joint Resolution 9, Senate Bill 837.
Due to SJR 9 being defeated yesterday, which I assume renders Senate Bill 837 moot, I move that we do not move forward with this resolution, and I'd like to have some discussion.
Second.
Yeah, I'd like to have discussion on it. Go ahead.
Okay. This SJR 9, everybody's been talking about it, and it's really weird because it's something that everybody in the state says the same thing. We want to get rid of the inventory tax, and then added some other things onto it, and we're interested in having that discussion. Everybody's for it. The problem is in the end, there wasn't a lot of detail in regards to how those taxes will be made up. I used the analogy that, Renetta pays me taxes, and next year the state's going to pay me the taxes. Well, I know her, I don't know the state, and that's basically the issue. I think the main issue is trust and the level of detail as to how those dollars will be made up. I assume that this will come up again in some other fashion, but that hopefully the next time it comes up, there's more detail up front in regards to the funding, how it's made up, and the details behind that. Another example is you hear all the time about the schools will be made whole, so they don't have to worry about that. Well, will they or will they not? The school aid formula takes into account what the schools get through the regular levy. It does not take into account what schools get through the excess levy or bonds. So if you look at our county, it would have been a $10 million shortfall to the county schools, but $5 million of that, there's no understanding of how that would be made up. So there was just a lot of detail that was lacking. Again, we're not against this going forward, but the missing component was how you make up the additional funding or make up for the lost funding. So I look forward to more discussions regarding this.
Yes, I want to thank Jonathan Adler, the Executive Director of WVACO, who is really paramount in keeping us informed and monitoring the situation, and I really do believe he needs to be complimented. Also, the two other issues that surprised me as watching the debate yesterday, never once was it stated, which really by the administration or the Republican side, that it was $300 million being lost in taxes, but only $200 million that they could come up with at the time. And I thought that was a key issue. So we knew right away it was $100 million short. The other thing that surprised me was Senator Unger's comment that they had changed the wording so that the word shall be made whole was taken out and it was may. So therefore it left it optional, and that's what could not be accepted by many of the county.
I think, quite frankly, that the discussion isn't ended. This will be brought back up again. My feeling on reflection is that let's involve the county commissions and the boards of education, because they are going to be the ones that are going to be the most affected. If we're going to make a plan, let's make a plan that involves everybody. So that being said, we have a motion not to approve the resolution at this time. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Second, to consider for approval requisition number 31 for the University Town Center EODD Special District Excise Tax Revenue, Refunding and Improvement Bonds Series 2017 Administrative Expense Fund.
Requisition is for $1,460.25 to be paid to MuniCap.
Move to approve the requisition 31 as presented.
Second.
Been properly moved and second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Is there any other new business?
No, sir.
Okay. Reports from elected officials. Hearing none. Reports from county commissioners. Sean?
Since our meeting here last Wednesday night, I had a meeting with Mayor Kowecki. It was very positive. I'm trying to get a follow-up meeting with the city and the Development Authority to have more in-depth discussions regarding the discussions regarding TIF funding and maybe alternative funding for that project. So I appreciate the mayor meeting with me on short notice, and I look to move forward with additional discussions. Thursday I had Mylan Park board meeting in the morning. In the afternoon, I was able to go by the state swim championships, and it was very impressive. The building was full, and I understand that the staff up there has received a lot of positive comments regarding the swim meet. I believe this week we have
Big 12.
Big 12. Yep. So kind of it was a dress rehearsal for the what they're going to be dealing with this week. So appreciate the Keith Harnstrom and his staff and all they're doing to make these events successful. Friday we had staff meetings. This week, today's a fairly regular day. Friday we have meetings with staff. We're doing grant reviews, and then a possible meeting. Possible meeting later in the afternoon with the Development Authority. Saturday I have empty bowls all day, so look forward to being a pretty busy weekend. That's all I have.
All positive news. You're right. I attended the swim meet early morning, and the looks on the kids were they just couldn't believe it, and the atmosphere was packed. So it was just a really positive situation. And I can also say positively, we now have a food I can't remember the name of the place.
Mason jar.
Mason Jar. So I want to do a shout out to Mason Jar. I'm sorry that they are providing food there. Second thing is, yes, I will also be at the Empty Bowls. And I know Sean and I work it, and I do want to do a shout out to West TV because they are going to do the video like they did last year, and they do this a lot to help the community. So I want to thank them. The third thing is, and I do want to do this because I think it was important, I want to do a shout out to, and this is the individual's name, Zoma Leighton Archibald. He has been going around along the railroad trail collecting garbage and cleaning up sites himself with several other people. Last week he did 50 full bags. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing. And he said last couple months they've collected 150 large trash bags, which put together is a football field long. And I do want to thank him. He goes out there and it's along by the core Arboretum the last 6 months. And I do want to thank him and just, say that there are community members that go out and do this all the time, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. Also, on Friday, I went to the Aquatic Center for this meet, noting the parking lot was full, and so were the hotels.
Yes.
That thing I think you might want to mention in that this is if you build it, they will come type of event that has now starting to give us this type of hotel-motel tax that we're wanting to see and use of the hotels in that area. Obviously, this weekend, it will be probably just as filled. And to that end, we're already receiving as well, and believe we have a first rental of what is the show arena in the new Extension and 4-H Center area. So there's going to be a WVU event that's going to be held there. So Monday, I had 4-H Camp Board meeting at Camp Muffley. We do have a mediation coming up this afternoon. Friday, as Sean mentioned, we have staff reports. I've also got a geospatial meeting, and we begin our grant review process. In the evening, I will have the Extension Services meeting. Now, Saturday, actually, it's going to be a full house of county commissioners. We'll all be present at Empty Bowls. I want to invite the community to come out and enjoy. I have attended in the past. I have not volunteered, but this year I shall be a ticket taker at the bowl room. So you have to get past me. So anyway, I'm really looking forward, to this event. It benefits the community greatly, having grown so much from its humble beginnings to what we see today. It's again, you build on something that you start to plan and plan well for, and look at what it's become. Thank you.
And maybe just for clarification, we do not have a work session because we are involved in mediation. So that's why there's no work session today.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you.